AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
And we back to Kendrick Perkins. You see the thumbnail. He said Draymond's a GOAT, man. Kenyon Martin, what you talking about? Kendrick Perkins. He got a message for Kenyon Martin. God damn it.
Basically said it's 200 players that's better than Draymond Green. A lot of players, the only thing that he got over a lot of players is championships and things to that nature. You damn right. You damn right. He got 4 of them things. He got 4 championships. Now, when you talk about the game of basketball and being a better basketball player, I think he brought up Al Jefferson. I think he brought up Elton Brand, and he brought up LaMarcus Aldridge. And if you're asking me if Draymond Green is a better basketball player than those 3 guys and a lot of guys, hell yeah, he is. Hell yeah, he is. He's one of the greatest defenders that we've ever seen in the history of the game. I repeat, Draymond Green is one of the greatest defenders that we've ever seen in the history of the game. When it comes down to being 6'5", 6'6", being able to play the center position when you're battling against 7-footers, being able to anchor a defense of a dynasty for this extended period of time at the highest level. Now we're sitting up here and we're saying, yeah, Draymond Green, he might not be the most skilled offensive player, right? Those guys may have been more skilled offensively when it comes down to getting the bucket, but that's all you really could say, that they were better than Draymond Green at. And now also when we talk about offense, yeah, we make fun of Draymond because he's on the back end of his career now. But
what?
Draymond Green in his prime? Draymond Green,
What
when
prime?
I was on the bench with the Cleveland Cavaliers, when the Golden State Warriors won their first championship, Draymond Green had a triple-double. I believe it was in the game 6. I think that was against the Cavs on the road. Draymond Green used to put up 30 balls when it mattered the most in the postseason.
Cut this nigga off, bro.
Kendrick, I don't know your middle name, Perkins. Oh, boy. This man referenced a Draymond Green prime on offense. Horrendous behavior by Kendrick Perkins. Horrible. I've never heard anyone reference Draymond Green's prime, offensive prime, ever in the history of basketball conversations. Oh, boy. We see you shaking your head. And you are unbiased because you agreed with Kendrick the last segment. What is your reaction to Kendrick Perkins defending Draymond Green as a GOAT in NBA history?
That take was terrible. That take was terrible. Let me just say this. Is Draymond Green going to go down as, a great player? Probably so. But this is why it's dangerous when some guys win multiple championships. Because they get put in a light that they don't deserve. I'm going to say it again. What's the difference between Draymond Green and Robert Ory? And I'm being dead serious. Dead serious. Was Draymond Green a better defender? Maybe. Maybe. But Robert Ory guarded guys taller and bigger than him, stronger than him. Robert Ory hit big shots after big shots. I'm just saying, for me, Draymond Green is nowhere near one of the greatest defenders we've ever seen. He's not even top 10, bro. He's not. We have to start being honest. 4 championships. 3 of those he had nothing to do with. I'm going to say it again. 4 championships. 3 of them he had nothing to do with. The first one, the whole world will say it. Kyrie and Kevin Love isn't hurt, they win. Remember, Draymond Green was the same guy on a 73-9 team with the unanimous MVP Steph Curry, up 3-1, and they lost in Game 7 at home in the finals. Let's not forget Draymond Green was on the court when Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant went down against the Toronto Raptors. What happened then? Where was this great Draymond Green at? 4 titles. 2 of those you credit Kevin Durant. I don't care what nobody say. Argue with yourself. They don't go get Kevin Durant. There is no dynasty. We will not be up here talking about they are a dynasty. Now, that last finals against Boston, I give him credit. But I understand what Kenyon Martin is saying. Bro, we are not going to sit up here and talk about this guy like he is legendary. And now let's talk about defense. You know why a small guy can guard 7-footers today? Because ain't none of them skilled. I could guard Rudy Gobert. What are you talking about? Seriously.
Rudy Gobert will dunk you.
So for me, come on, man. Look at our guy Cat. Drew Holiday be guarding him. Is Draymond Green a better defender than Drew Holiday?
No way.
Come on, so that's my point. Listen, with Draymond Green, if you minus the 4 rings, bro, we don't talk about him ever. We talk about Allen Iverson with no rings. We talk about Charles Barkley with no rings. Stop putting Draymond Green on that level. Is he an NBA player? Yes. Would you love him on your team? Yes. Can he defend? Yes. But let's stop acting like he does everything great and he has no flaws. Draymond Green is not a great basketball player, bro. And those guys that Kenyon Martin named, we know he exaggerated when he said 200. But if we're talking just pure basketball, ain't nobody picking Draymond Green. Get the fuck out of here. Once again, who do you have to defend today? You have Joel Embiid. You have the Joker. You have Cat. Where's the other great? Where? So for me, it's Kendrick Perkins. You out your mind, bro. I'm nah, seriously, you out your mind. Draymond Green is not. I agree with Kenyon Martin, man, and I really agree with him. Draymond Green ain't that, bro. I'm sorry. Like I said, with Draymond Green, it's 2 separate conversations. Now, if you asking me, can those guys do what Draymond Green did? That's a different conversation. But if you're telling me he's better than this person, no, he's not. He's not a better basketball player than Elton Brand. He's not. He's just not. Now, can Elton Brand do what Draymond Green did in Golden State? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they still win, but it's not in that fashion. Or maybe they don't win. But once again, that's a different conversation. But for me, Draymond Green, the only conversation there's going to be is that he had 4 rings. And for me, I don't like that conversation when it comes to him because it makes it seem like he's more important than guys like Klay Thompson. That's who gets fucked over in these conversations. When they talk about Golden State and great defenders and what they did, where's Klay Thompson's name at? Because if we don't remember, when Klay was in his prime, he was guarding all the best guards on the opposing team. He had to guard the Kyries and the Dames and all them guys. And not saying you could stop those guys, but what about Klay Thompson before he tore his Achilles? So for me, that's the thing I don't like about this conversation with Draymond Green. Golden State did Klay Thompson dirty. And now we talking about Draymond Green as if he was just as important or more important than a Klay Thompson. Do Golden State win them championships without Klay? It ain't only Draymond Green.
Right.
So, man, niggas be giving Draymond Green too much props. Like I said, a good player, but he's not ranked amongst the greats when it comes to defenders. He's just not. And like I said, without the championships, he's not spoken about. We can name how many players, John Stockton, Malone, guys that didn't win, but you still talk about them. Draymond Green is going to be able to say, I have 4 championships, and that's the only thing he's going to be able to say. And for me, 3 of those, he ain't got jack shit to say.
The Robert Ory comparison is bananas.
Okay.
Thank you, long story short, for your $2. Draymond is on the level with Bill Laimbeer. I like that more because it makes a lot more sense. Super role player. Defensively, the heart of the team.
I'm not bad at that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like that. Draymond does a lot more than what you're saying. He's like a defensive coordinator on the court. A lot of times we're watching the game. And Flea asked me a real ill question during the season when we were breaking down like the difference between like OG Anunoby and Draymond. It's like one-on-one. OG could probably do what Draymond is doing, let's say, arguably. But Draymond is really telling people where to go, switching in real time during a pick and roll after an inbounds play with Joke or whoever it is. I don't know if everybody's doing that. I don't know if everybody can be that vocal on the court. Robert Ory certainly ain't doing that. So he's not that far on the list as far as the impact on the team. They're not winning without him. That's just a fact for me. I'm kind of past that. I'm more shocked that he's still in the league. I don't know how he stayed in the league, beating everybody up, but defensive player of the year, he deserved it. If he won him one ring in 2021, whenever it was, that's 10 years into the game already. That really isn't even his physical prime when he was physically better. So he didn't just contribute to that one. That was just the one where he just lost them a game in the finals, got benched, came back in and showed up and really punked that team and showed what he's about. But I also think that these lists, especially after that Bill Laimbeer comparison, long story short, I love that. And also the fact that I didn't realize it until I looked it up and somebody posted the active players on that top 100 list from Bleacher Report. And everybody on this list, let's say Paul George, let's say Joel Embiid, Dame, Luka, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Giannis, Joker, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James. I think this is what your point is. The fact that he's ahead of Jason Tatum. Draymond Green has never been asked to be a franchise player and the face of a franchise. That's not what he does. So it's disrespectful. That's disrespect. You cannot be in their conversation. He can't be. You might help. You got the face of the franchise. You're helping the general manager out. There's no way possible after 7-8 years, whatever Jason Tatum got in the league, that I would ever think of Draymond Green before Jason Tatum as a basketball player. I'm just not. That's disrespect. And it leads me to believe that a lot of these lists and a lot of our arguments come from who had better careers. Whose career would you might rather have? Because I don't know if Rodman had a better career than Draymond. I don't know. He started at 24 years old. But Draymond's been with the same team for over 10, 15 years. So you can argue Draymond's career is better. Regardless of who you think you'd rather have on your team that makes you better, his career is 4 rings. I stuck by my homie. I'm the face, not the face of the franchise, but I have a heavy voice with this organization. And Rodman never had that. He struggled a lot. Rodman's life is a movie. Dennis Rodman's life is a movie. There's a lot of guys that we compare their careers and where they landed instead of individual talent, individual skill. And that's where these lists get messed up because there's no way possible. There's no way in hell you can ever think of Draymond Green as a better basketball player than Jason Tatum. It hasn't happened. We've never seen it. So all they're saying is he's had a better career so far than Jason Tatum. That's the only argument you have, because 4 rings and whatever else he's contributed to, right? Because that shit is illogical to me, AllBall.
So for me, I just want to disagree with one thing. Just because you stayed with one team doesn't mean you have a better career than someone else. But those Golden State Warrior teams with the legendary defense, we forget it's a guy named Andre Iguodala who won a Finals MVP with Golden State. He didn't average 20. Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant Tori B in the building. The ladies of AllBall TV pulling up, fellas. Y'all know the drill. Heart, thumbs up, a high. Wave to the ladies, man. Please be respectful. Tori B, good evening. Those legendary defenses from Golden State, it wasn't only just Draymond Green. They had a guy named Andre Iguodala. They had another guy named Klay Thompson. To me, That's where the conversation should start. As a team, was Golden State one of the greatest defenses we've ever seen? But to just single out Draymond Green and forget about those other guys, that's where they get me at. That's where they get me at. So I listen, man. He could never do what Dennis Rodman did, ever. If you put Dennis Rodman with those Golden State Warrior teams, they still win all those championships. I'm sorry. He's just as that's just my opinion.
I don't know, yeah, but I don't know about that because that's disrespectful. Because there was a bunch of Draymond Greens back in the day. That's the problem. Today, I don't know if Rodman can stay on the floor for that long. He can't shoot. He's not bringing the ball. Draymond brings the ball up. He's running the offense a lot of times. Rodman wasn't known for that. I'm not talking about what you think he would do, how he would adjust. That's not what we saw. And Draymond can compare career-wise. Where he can't compare with me and you agree is that if you pluck him back into the 80s and 90s, dog, you ain't the outlier. You got Mason, you got a lot of these guys that can really compare to Draymond Green back then. But in this era, bro, Draymond he's the only one doing that with that motor. We talk about the Mamba mentality. He's the guy who's got out there night in, night out, who's competing. Dennis Rodman was not competing night in, night out. We forget what happened in San Antonio. Everybody forgets this. What happened at the end of the Detroit run? These are lows in his career. Draymond has a lot of lapses, but when he's on that court, he's competing. Regardless of what you think of his talent, he's showing up to try to punk the other team and just compete on defense in general. The way he's talking shit to Cat, he's playing mind games still. He's year 13 in the league already. Rodman wasn't really on top of the game like that, and I don't remember Rodman having this much say-so for any organization. So yeah, it's the same team, but career-wise, I don't know if I'd rather have Rodman's career over Draymond's. I don't know. Would I rather be built like Rodman? Hell yeah, that motherfucker's a sculpture out there.
Listen, back-to-back champion with the Detroit Pistons, three-peat with the Bulls, was there with the greatest team ever assembled, 72-10, won the title. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Draymond Green can't compare to Dennis Rodman. It's not, for me, it's not even close. We can have that argument another day. But for me, like I said, Draymond Green was part of a great situation, but he's not the only guy. He wasn't the only defender.
Hold on, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is the Bulls had a 3-year run like that with the incredible run at that second three-peat. And y'all were talking about Dennis Rodman averaging 17 and rebounds in San Antonio, bro. They wanted him out on Chicago. He was flying out to Vegas. Like, come on now. Like, there's things about him that aren't necessarily great, and we will never talk shit on. No, Draymond has his lows, but he's a part of this dynasty with the Warriors. It's been going on over 10 years, bro. The Bulls ain't do that. And Rodman didn't do that with any team. So, yeah, Draymond's career is tough. I don't
know what you're talking about with dynasties compared with Chicago and Golden State. It's not even close.
How long was the Dennis Rodman Chicago Bulls dynasty run?
They three-peated.
Exactly. The Warriors been around for over 10 years. Two or three different styles of teams they won with.
Did the Warriors three-peat?
No.
All right then. So for me, and to me, that's where the conversation stops. You can say what you want about the Chicago Bulls. They three-peated, bro.
Cool.
They three-peated.
Yes. And the Warriors have won 4 championships, went to like 5 or 6 straight championships. Like, what they did was incredible too. And Draymond has a lot of say-so in that. So he's earned his right to this argument. His career is in this argument. I ain't saying skill-wise, I ain't saying talent-wise. You could choose better players if you want, in your opinion. But career-wise, this is a tough career, man. Very tough.
Yeah, but it having a good career, okay, but him being on certain lists, him being spoken about as if he's one of those, I would never agree to that. And like I said, those Golden State Warrior teams, they have a lot of great defenders on it. Just like Chicago. A lot of teams have a lot of good defenders. Like I said, Chicago had Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, Scottie Pippen. Remember, San Antonio, you got David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Bruce Bowen. So a lot of these teams have numerous defenders. Let's stop acting like Golden State Warriors only had one great defender. In their run, you had Andre Iguodala and you had Klay Thompson. That's my only issue. Let's stop acting like that man did it on his own. No, you had great defenders all around. And that's just my problem with that.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.